Hello, how's everybody doing? So today the topic we're gonna talk about the importance of character, because most of us know it matters in relationship, at workplace, social interactions, and so forth. All right, human behavior altogether. Character defines who we are. And when we judge someone or when we judge people, we often judge them based on character. For example, when someone always seems to do the right thing, right? What do we think? We classify that person, him or she, as a person of high ethical standards, right? And then likewise, when someone is display certain oh, this is like old pictures. Oh Lord, that's my auntie right there. Hello, how you guys doing? This, this is all like 12, almost 12 years ago picture, like 11 years ago. I didn't even know, okay, put them on the that surprised me. When someone, is constantly displaying negative behaviors, right? We consider that person, him or she, the worst negative aspect. Welcome everybody. When we see them, I mean, it's like you go on social media, like there are certain people, some of them are self-made celebrities because of how the character that they display on social media, and some people have accepted them as celebrities. Like my standards of a celebrity is totally different from everyone else's, and we also need to know that say we all think differently, so it's always important for us to be respectful to other people's opinion. We're not here to judge. We have to be neutral, because when it comes, sometimes people's character, it it may have some effect based on how they were raised. Their outbringing, or like some traumatized experience that they went through, and some of them will be based on the people that we make decisions to um, be with, associate ourselves with, interact with, receptive to, or like maybe the person um, level of thinking is the same way as ours are, so we tend to like kind of like be attractive to the people whose opinion in line with ours, people whose characteristic is more similar to ours. That's how most of us function. And we also have those who does not have any grounds, right? They don't know. They it's temporary. They blow to wherever the wind, they go to wherever the wind blow them. So when it gets hot here, they're going to move to the other side when it's lukewarm. They don't give you their real character if they are cold or hot, right? They stay in between. So you have different characteristics. That's why sometimes in relationships you may have or people that are like, they say opposite attracts. In theory or statistically, yes, to a certain degree, right? But at times when the two of you are not compatible, it's going to create a lot of problems, right? And if you are like, in a relationship or friends with someone or married to someone who has like closed mindset, because closed mindset people, what they have learned growing up, it sticks with them. It does not change. They always feel that they are right. So they don't want to like listen to what you have to teach them. They don't want no new information. They will spend their energy and years to convince you of the little limited things that they know. They're going to they will try to convince you of that. That's closed mindset people. They're not willing to learn anything new. They like it the way that they are. They were not taught like that, so they're going to stick with what they know. They don't take risk. um, they they don't step outside their comfort zone. So if you are in a relationship with or married to someone like that, or you work with someone like that, it's going to be impossible to teach this such person anything. Their ego is like so huge. They are self-centered. They're not going to listen to you. So don't waste your time, your energy on such person, because nothing you will say will penetrate up here. Nothing. There are some people you say, you give them wisdom, it goes here and it comes out through here. And that's it. And there are, like when you have open mindset people, what happens with such people? They are willing to learn new coping skills. They are willing to exercise patience. They are willing to take their time, take one day at a time. They're not forcing themselves to do it. They do not give up. They keep persistent, right? Until they get it, because they know that in due time, practice makes us perfect. But some people do not have that quality in them. They don't have the patience, they don't want to practice. They're looking for other people to do it for them. And then, you know, uh, they come in to enjoy. So character, definitely, it matters. Your workplace, when you are assigned to a project with your team, your colleagues, right? If you someone who is close-minded, someone who feels that you know everything, nobody can teach you anything different. Your way, your methods are the only way that you can utilize to get results, because then you are in for rude awakening. You always going to be where you are. You never going to develop. You never going to grow. And people just gradually, as they get to know your character, the type of person that you are, because character makes us who we are, right? A lot of people, they build their lifestyle, their marriages and relationships on reputation, seeking the crowd, society's approval, which is something that that can go down the drain in a matter of seconds. But when you build good character, it will be forever. Some people may not be receptive to it at present, but in due time, people will start recognizing your good character, right? We will also talk about the difference between personality and character. I just need to take a brief minute to share. So, you guys invite friends, share, and also please do contribute. Okay, I don't want to be the only one talking, because here we come to learn, share information, and educate each other. All right, because the more we interact, the more we share our opinions, because there are other aspects in character, the importance of character. I may not talk about certain aspect, but you may have that aspect, and I may not be conscious of it until I finish, or maybe I don't know. So I like to learn. I don't want to be an educator all the time. I also want to learn from others. Um, my beautiful, knowledgeable sister, Efia Hannon, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you are doing quite well. So let me look for myself and share it. I have to like copy here. Let me see. I can share here. Here. Share. That's right. With the cover. The full. Okay. Let me see. Let me just click here. The one thing that I have come to recognize is that a lot of people don't like to learn, because when they learn, they have to utilize their cognitive, they have to think a lot, right? This is why a lot of people are more attractive to being negative, because when you are a negative person or you display negative character, you don't have to put effort in it, because you don't have to plan it. You don't have to be strategic. You just come and speak, right? Just let it rip. But then, if you need to maintain a good character, you have to be a critical thinker. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to be strategic. You have to be goal oriented. So it's like there's a lot of work in it, right? So you see the difference, why majority of people, both gender, within our society community are more negative, because a lot of them do not have the ability to use their critical thinking. Some are not knowledgeable. Most are close-minded people. Call us close-minded syndrome. They don't want to hear nobody else's, because they only see their opinion being the it. So nothing else comes about. Theirs is like what they believe in. They don't believe in nobody else's. They don't want to listen to you. They don't want to listen to um, knowledge. They don't want to learn nothing new, no coping skills. They just do it as they go. You know, they they do things on impulsive, which is not something that one can build on. I'm sorry, people who are negatives, I don't associate myself with such people, because they're not adding anything to my life. I want to associate myself with people who add something productive, constructive to my life, whereas I will grow. I will move from one level to another as time goes on. Sometimes you hear they say that, as you get older, as you grow older, you become wiser. That is a myth. It's not true. That is not true, because we do have some adults, when they speak, you don't see any intelligence at all, because they don't have emotional resilience. Why don't they have emotional resilience? Because they did not take time to learn better coping skills. We all go through emotions, right? Sometimes we get mad, we get upset, we get annoying, we get frustrated, we get angry. Someone will push your button, trigger you in so many ways. However, when you learn emotional resilience, self-restraint, self-control, like, how to manage yourself, learning effective communication, being able to engage in a debate without being insulted, without insulting other people, being disrespected, or feeling disrespected and then blowing up, being reactive. Humanity, most of us are more reactive than being proactive. And then, there is a say in Century Model: think twice before you act once. But then most people, they will react first on impulses before they start thinking about it. We have people who have lost their job mainly because they did not think twice before they acted once, right? They acted on impulse, and then it cost them their job. And then they don't want to take the accountability or responsibility of their own action. They want to go and blame somebody else because the person caused them to be upset. I understand that. We do have people who intentionally provoke you or others just to get a reaction out of them. Some people, they do that as part of their job. They will say things and do things just to provoke you. They are very provocative, right? You have people who will make fun of disabled people, right? Because they do not have the slightest idea. They're not knowledgeable. They are so self centered, right? Cowards, weak, and they will do anything to keep their reputation. People who care more about their reputation than their character. They are impulsive. They do things, they make fun of poor people, middle class people, disabled people, like, people that they feel that they kind of like above them, they better than them, and controlling, narcissists. All that falls into reputation because they need to, like, show authority, show some type of behavior to make them feel big, you know um and look like, okay, they know what they're doing. Henya, you kind of, in our native language we say henya, like you front. They front, they say things and do certain things to make them, because at the time they may have protection, right? Others who will protect them, by giving excuses, being receptive to that behavior. I'm trying to find me. Oh Lord Jesus Christ. This is okay there. Okay. I just need to send this to other places. I have to go to the other place. Let me see. So some people, they build their reputation on fronting, pretense, uh, just in a negative form, right? But reputation, the same way reputation, you can build that up, it can come crumbling down by your character. When you develop a good character, no matter what people say about you, what people do to defame you, like, is going to be there. Some people may not see it at the time. You may not be recognized at the time presently, but trust me, in due time, people will start seeing your character. Yɛsi suban wɔ hɔ yi, ɛte sɛ nyinsɛn, wontumi mfa nsie. One day, it will come out. I kid you not. Brother Edward, Story, Apomutu is saying, it's good to see you. I see you be liking some of my videos and, pictures and stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. Positivity all the way. Hey, Diggy D. Dear. Your name. Your name. I like it. I like the sound of that. You want to say hi, Adore Mensa. How are you? Oh, by the grace, as you see me, I'm doing very well. I am blessed and grateful, very appreciative of my life, being alive, being able to talk, being able to smile, being able to do a lot of things, and having my lovely um, family. Thank you for asking. How about you? How are you doing also, D? Mm-hmm. I hope by the grace you doing very well. So let's go into why character is more important than reputation, right? Because a lot of, like, when you go on social media, a lot of people, they are trending, um, and goals that they have set for themselves on social media are based on reputation. They building up their reputation. Some of them are just through insult. Some of them are disrespecting, going to platform after platform to disrespect people, right? So like you guys know what I'm saying. When you go to social media, you know who is who. Hey, brother Kwe Saki. Hey, you day. It's good to see you. I want to say good morning to you as well from New York, from Ghana. Oh, well, uh, your post this morning, like sometimes I get so busy, like by the time I go on social media, like I miss a whole lot. And that's one of my other brother with so much knowledge, his post, like it's different for like on different forum, like some most of them will make you laugh, others will I'll give you, he will truly like get you to use your brains, to utilize your brains as we should. Because some of us don't do that. We have brains sitting in our head, but some of us, our brain are inactive. I said this word inactive one time on someone's platform. It's been a long while, and then there was a guy on the platform. I just don't understand why sometimes my comments will provoke some people, and people that my comments provoke, I kid you not, and I'm not saying this to like be if you're like be sarcastic. No, I'm saying this is real talk. People who gets provoked by your comments when you make comments here and there, they are the people that your comments is talking about. So they take it personal, right? You can't go on social media or live a life, and everything that we hear, we take it personal. Don't do that. Just think. All right, because sometimes people share information. We talk about, in America they have freedom of speech, press and whatsoever. So it's like, but then you have some people abrofuni bino chese oyi se bibini e kana sema wɔse bibini asɛm a wɔka no nsɛm no bi wɔ hɔnom a wɔnte aseɛ ne nsisi so yɛ nti no ɛni kwan sɛ bibini ka ba wɔno broni ne deɛ wɔka a ɛyɛ okay. So ahu nea mekyerɛ no ɛyɛ hypocrite. And sometimes when you say something and someone reacted to what you sharing negatively, it means that the person have taken it personal because hit you have hit the nail in the coffin. He or she is one of them. So they're going to come at you. So I use the word inactive. Dr. Joe Kinsley, good morning to you as well. How are you doing? I hope by the grace you are doing really well. Thank you guys for coming through. Invite friends, share. Hey, my knowledgeable fun sister. Abiji the banker. Apomati saying good morning to you as well. Also, good morning from Ghana. Yeah, good morning, sis. Good morning from New York. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm not picking up my sister today, and the kids are still sleeping. So I have a good 20 to 25 minutes, to chat here. You know what I'm saying? It's no wow, worry our relationship. Don't take my winking serious, why? Oh my goodness. Let me make a correction. I just realized that my grammar is off because on social inter um on oh I do have it there, so that's okay. I was looking at the social interaction wrong way, so that's good. So we're talking about the importance of character, right? Character matters, a lot of people. So I was going to talk about why character is more important than um, reputation, because a lot of people, they want to build a reputation, and then I just don't know. So it's important for us to be more concerned with our character, who we are, more than reputation. And the reason being because our character is you really what makes us who we really are, right? While our reputation is merely what others think of you. What others think of you is reputation. So when we building reputation, you do things to allow to tell people or to show people or to entice people to think of you in a certain way. That's reputation. Oh, Brother Quay is like really funny. You see, you go to Brother Quay's platform, right? He posts certain things. Some of them are to make just for laugh, right? And then some of them are, he really gets you to think. Some of them he really encourage the post will encourage you to respond to it. um some of them, no, like some of us, our reaction may be like, some people will use love. I use love a lot. The reason why I use love a lot is that most of the posts that I reacted to, I love it because it said it takes you outside your comfort zone. You are more inclined and in tune to other people's, frame of mind, their aspect of expressing themselves. Because some people express themselves through their posts. Some people express themselves by talking. Some people express, like me. I'm very expressive, and I use my hands. My hands gestures, it's just I just want to, like, let things out. And I have my hands open. When you have people talk with their hands open, that shows honesty. Some people, like, they make a face, or like they will point fingers and stuff like that. Last time I talk about body posture. When you point your finger at somebody, that is a rude way, and then you can get somebody really angry because you being disrespectful by using your index finger, in contrast to, or compared to, you putting your index finger and your thumb together. That when you do this, people that you're talking to will be more receptive to what you're talking about. But when you pointing fingers, people, like, they will receive less, because most people will see that as rude. So a lot of times people don't realize, some people don't know body language. If you learn body language, different type of body language now, You will know on social media, but some people will come and listen to this and they will try to, like, have open palm, right? But then sometime down the line, as they talk, you're going to see the difference. Their character, you're going to see it, because something that you are, no, you cannot hide it. You can pretend to not be what you are. But in due time, if people pay attention, I pay attention to people's facial expression when I'm watching their videos or program. I pay attention to their how much they blink their eyes. I pay attention to their nose, because when you ask someone a question and their nose, they go from bottom up. They call it Pinocchio. What is Pinocchio? Some of you have seen Pinocchio's movies, right? The cartoon character. When he lies, his nose get longer. But in human, because humanity, our nose don't grow longer. So what people do is that they will push their nose up, right? When you have someone talking, you ask someone a question, a personal question, or a question that is like really painful for them now, they will, like, sometimes type their nose or scratch their nose. They're not lying, because they're trying to figure out how they can express the question that you ask, or they feel they feel discomfort, they feel uncomfortable, they don't know if that is something that they're ready to share or not. But some people don't know these little things, right? So they just come and have fun, laugh, and do stuff. They don't want to listen to this. They rather go and listen to insults, defaming somebody, um, being judgmental, and uh, misunderstanding your comment. Like, if someone says something that I agree with, I'm going to respond to it. I react to something by also adding on to what the person says, right? It shows your character. And if I don't understand something, me personally, I will send a text, I will respond to that comment and ask, can you be more detailed, because I don't understand what you're saying. Versus other people will like insult you and disrespect you and so forth. So I was talking in terms of, oh, sister, brother Quaid put something up. Character takes years to build, whereas reputation is built in a very short period. Thank you. You see, I told you, my knowledgeable brother, like, he is like a critical thinker. Okay. So, and based on his post that I react to it mostly, I know his character. So, like, reputation is something that you build in a short period because you want to trend, so you come and say, okay, let's insult the president of um Ghana. Mayungu Nana Akufo-Addo anim ase, and I say former president John Mahama, and I say, the other former presidents, so it's like, okay, oh, you know what, Canada, Japan, let's go and do this. You have Tracy Boachi, you have, like, you just go around, like, let me come and say something really like out of norm, and then people reactive. We will come and start reacting to it. Like recently, not more than a month ago, or maybe it's been a month, because me, for some reason, sometimes I pay attention, other times I don't pay attention. We have Kofi Adoma came celebrating his birthday, and then he asked the viewers, people, to thank his wife, and he shared some of his experiences, his character, right? Some of it was received negatively, and then you have some people, especially the men, like, because they respond very positively towards Mrs. Adoma, right? And then you have the females, some respond in a very neutral way, others came really hard. And like, sometimes It's really important. Like when it comes to our personal issues, oh my gosh, uh, if you using that to educate people and to also tell people where you used to be and where you are and where you're going now, it's perfect. But there are certain things that it should not be like put on social media, right? I personally felt that Kofi Adoma, like he could have like not he could have just share too much of the things that he brought out, right? Because we don't want to know all that. And some people, they share certain information to be a victim, right? To act as the victim, or to get remorse, to get empathy, and so many other things. But what he was thinking and what he said does not coincide, right? It didn't come out the way he wanted it, because he does not know how to approach certain topic. There are certain things now, because he's someone who is a host all the time. He interview a lot of people, ask the right question, but when he is in the other seat, um, the pressure given to him, and when he's emotional, some of the things that he says is not organized and it's not think through. So like he felt like and sometimes people will say certain things to make them think that, oh, they're a player, right? Even though he might have some emotional and psychological traumatized events or issues that most of us may not know. So that day he was so overwhelmed that he felt the need to like express himself, and his expression trigger a lot of things. Oh my goodness. That's like Sister Sika educate me. Sister Sika, mwah, mwah, mwah. I've almost saying, yeah, ma Sister Yas, good morning to you. Oh, thank you so much, my beautiful sister. Medasi, medasi. Good to see you guys. So, thank you, Seska. Medasi Panyami Insha. Hey, Miss Mandy. Miss Mandy one. No size. Miss Mandy, I'll be watching your program, the recorded one. And sometimes I'll be in a meeting and stuff like that. And I enjoy you, Sister Awomrekwa, Sister Blessed Beyond, and there was another person. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting that conversation you guys had last time. And I know, like, character and personality, like Miss Mendy has spoken about it a lot of times in different, most of her videos that she does. Like some people, when it comes to the Ghanaian community, hey, some people, the way they will attack other people, is like so dysfunctional. They attack them left, right, everywhere. Deɛ nipa no ɛyɛ no ɛna ɛyɛ sɛ woka ho asɛm. Ɛnyɛ deɛ nipa no teɛ. But sometimes, some of us, we talk like we understand things. I always say our level of understanding and level of emotional intelligence is totally different from everybody else's. So we cannot expect people to think the same way that we think. But what we know, what we have come to acquire, right? If it helps one person, you good. Don't have to worry. Worry, focus on the quality, not the quantity. It's really important for me. It's really important, like I focus on quality. I like everything quality. People, when they share their knowledge, wisdom, oh, it is so incredible. I don't watch everybody on social media, because like when someone is negative, truly, it gives me headache. When people lie, that's one of my pet peeves. I have a lot of pet peeves. People who are pathological liars. I don't like you. I don't want to associate with you. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to interact with you. That's personally me, because what I don't want to be done to me, I do not want that. I don't want to do to other people. And then there was times that, some Ghanaians, they will call their so-called friends today, frenemies tomorrow. And then they will engage, they will start conversation, and then they will bring somebody's name up, and then they will record, and then the audio will appear here and there. I mean, like, it just shows the type of people some people within our society are. That's their character. There's no, like, if you have someone and then, oh, another one, people who pretend to be something that they're not. I do not like people who today seems to be saying this, and then tomorrow they go back and say this, going back and forth. I don't like that. Politicians are like that. They will tell you something politics is a game. I don't talk about politics because, hey, the way I enjoy my life, I don't want to like confuse my life because some people, politics is what they are about. They see their party doing wrong all around, and they choose to be blind, will not say nothing. They will not hold them accountable. They will not have them take responsibility of their action. But then when it comes to the other party, they want to come and talk gibberish. It means you fake, you pretend. And most people in politics, they are narcissists, right? Control freaks, because they tell you like what you want to know, your desires. They focus on your desires, not your needs. And when they come now, they do a little bit of your desires, and the rest goes down the drain. So you have to figure out yourself. So Brother Quay, thank you so very much. Sorry, I didn't finish reading it. So let me go back. Brother Quay Saki said, Brother Saki, you carry my uncle name. His name was Saki. Actually, Sister Awumre Kua carry both. His name was Oforisaki. Like when I see that name now, it reminds me of him. May his soul rest in peace. Like that was like one of my favorites, uncle. He was so together, so focused. Like he is someone that one will look up to him, like, and will succeed. And I remember he used to tell us, like, at the time he was alive, that we do not see the importance of him, but when he passed now, we're going to remember him and use and he's right. I mean, I'm talking about him right here, right? So Brother Quay said, character takes years to build, whereas reputation is built in a very short period. Character is who you are, internal, but reputation is how the society sees you, external. Hi, chai, that's so true. And that's what most Ghanaians, display a lot, especially on social media. They want to pretend to be someone that they know. Sister Aisha Ankra with the X Factor, Akwaba, Apomo Etisen. I hope say yes to Adam any Nishira. So like let's key in on the difference between personality and character. What's the difference between personality and character? Personality, by definition, refers to the combination of qualities. It didn't say quantity, so combination of qualities, attitude, right? Attitude and behavior that makes a person distinct from others. So your the combination of qualities, your attitude, behavior, that makes you different from other people. So it's like, let's say that there is one of you, like sometimes you have unique people when you having conversation, especially group conversation. Now you can identify one distinctive person, right? One person within the group, how they talk, their attitude. Attitude does not mean like, your the body posture, the tone of voice, facial expression, any type of gestures. You They will be that person alone, or two or three of four people, five people, you will see the difference. So pay attention to body language. When someone is talking, you will see the person's character within, right? Some of us, we are so key in with the wording. I mean, when I watch people, I don't only like, listen to what the person is saying. I pay attention to everything. Like you guys, if you guys have been paying attention to me, I'm touching my hair a lot, right? Reason being, yes, I have my own hair. My own hair does not come to this length. So with this length, if I see my hair like, in a certain way, I will push it back, right? Because I like my hair to like stay put. I don't like it when it's like in places. So I will like push it down and stuff like that. I'm doing it. Some of you have not paid attention to it because you really don't care, but some of you have observed that, and some of you may question why she keeps touching her hair and stuff like that. My baby sister told me one time, "Why you came to do live video for you to kind of like fix your hair? Just leave your hair alone." But I do it. It just comes naturally, right? So I'm going to try not to touch my hair as much as I tend to do. I normally like, will tie it up, but if I tied it up because I don't have anything holding it, it's going to come out at some point. And I don't want to get up to go and, you know, get something to tie it up. Uh-huh. And then, character, and then when we go to reputation, right? What is reputation? Character refers to a set of morals and mental quality and beliefs that makes a person different from um, different from others. Oh my gosh. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm going off in 10 to 15 minutes time. Yeah, and I'm going to hold up to it. So let's go into like, um why character is why character matters. matters, right? Or the importance of character. Let's talk about, humanity. When we talk about humanity, right? In humanity, we should develop. We should be compassionate. We should be compassion, whichever way. We should learn to be caring. We should show gratitude. We should have empathy. We need to be considerate of other people's feelings. When we going, excuse me, when we going at people, or like, we saying things about other people. And then people also need to learn to have courage, right? You need to learn to build your confidence. Self confidence is a must. Self everything for me. Self everything. I focus on self love, self value, self control, self assessment. Self everything is really important. We need to be brave of things that we do. Not give up on things. We need to be perseverance, right? We need to be uh, very tactic on things that we do. Accountability is something that a lot of people, struggles with. That we need to build that into our character. We need to take ownership of our own actions, right? We need to be responsible of things that we do, things that we go that comes about in life, or like, when we in relationship or in marriage or working at a certain place, things that we do, we need to be responsible for everything. We also need to be aware, learn to identify our strength, and our weakness. And if we know that there are some things that we're not good at, we should not go and do it, because we're going to embarrass ourselves. At least learn that first. But people with closed mindset will tell you something different. Justice. When it comes to justice now, is we always need to be fair. Like an example will be with politics. How do we deal if you are a Ghanaian, you are NDC or you are NPP, right? Like in America, either you're a Democrat or Republican, right? If you are Republican and say you have some people in position um, that are Republicans that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you're a Republican, you need to speak again. You need to be fair. You need to speak about it. If you're a Democrat and you see, say, there are some things now your party is not doing right, they are wrong. You need to be fair about that. Learn to be objective. Objective objection is something that Miss Mandy also speak about it. You have to be neutral. You can't always, like be one-sided, because then you're being biased, right? So make sure that you are fair and you are objective on certain things when it comes to justice. You know, just do the right thing. All right. Don't lie or give excuses or blaming game just for you to, like, uh, what do you to kind of soothe your ego. No, it's not right. Brother Quay says the personality is the mask of the identity of a person. Conversely, the character is the learned behavior. Of course, and it doesn't come overnight, in a short period. Is you build them up as you go for years. I mean, for me growing up, I say this, I never fought over a man, because when I started dating, like, what if you don't care for me or you don't show any affection for me? Why should I go and fight over you? If another woman wants you, let that woman come and take. I'm not going to fight over you. And you allow yourself, that's your problem to worry about. I have seen people go and fight somebody and got killed because of somebody, because of police about sokopimpim, you go die stupid death. That's not me. I dey enjoy my life so much. Uh-huh. So I don't fight over the opposite. I don't fight anyone who will insert themselves in my relationship or my marriage. My problem will be with me and my partner, because in order for a third person to come into our marriage, it's either I allow it or K allows it. So we both need to like learn to set boundaries. Uh-huh. But for me, because the other person did not come to my house and just came about, somebody, the two of us, one of us did something that we're not supposed to do. I just, go go to straightforward with that. And then let's talk about temperance, right? How we learn to forgive people, right? Forgiveness heals, but forgiveness is not just for the person that did you wrong. It also help you move on, get to the other stage, let things go. Because if you don't learn to forgive and you hold things inside, you buy in pressure for yourself. You buy in stress, depression for yourself. Because that person that you choosing not to forgive, they're doing their thing, and you over there sitting there worrying about that. So learn to forgive. Learn self-control. Self-control is a must. Even in our soccer pimping, you have to have self-control. Because if you don't have self-control in soccer pimping, that's why a lot of some men are ashawo, some women are ashawo, because they don't have self-control of certain things when it comes to their sexual activities. Every hole a man go enter. Mhm. And then every police aba, some women go receive, because they don't have self-control. They don't have limitation. They just go for whatever. Be prudent is very important. Learn emotional restraint. When someone provokes you, when someone triggers you, how you respond to the person shows a person's character. So learn all these things. Mhm. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Proactiveness, also help, because you sit, you process, you think through, you come out with a plan. But some people, proactiveness is to do evil, to be premeditated, right? Um, or like, do wicked stuff. I'm not talking about that. We are talking about proactive behavior. Sorry, guys. Oh, my laptop just died on me. I didn't realize I used it yesterday. I forgot to charge it, so it just went off. That's what I love about StreamYard because you can re-enter. So when we're talking about character, everything that I'm saying is built into character, right? So being transcendent, right? Learn to see the bigger picture, right? So you think big. You don't just think for something that you can do a short period of time, build on reputation. We're talking about character, um, forgiveness. Also comes into being transcendent, right? Um, being optimistic is also part of that. Judgment. When it comes to judgment, a lot of people tend to judge people based on, I mean, like if you're building a reputation, of course, people are going to um, judge you based on that, right? We have to learn situational awareness, balance, right? It's very important. Perspectives. We need to be able to do that. Some people do not have the ability to do so because a lot of times what happens, they're thinking about not even outside of that. Some people are so comfortable within the box, their comfort zone. They don't want to take step outside the comfort zone. And I always use it a box, inside a box. When you inside a box, most of us know we have four corners, but we do have people who do not have four corners. What do they have? They only going to use one corner of the box, forgetting that there are three other options that they can use. So they keep struggling, they will settle for less, they cannot, their weakness is what they're going to be utilizing. They don't even know their weakness and strength. Everything is like disorganized, right? And that's what it is. Drop link StreamYard and watch backstage. Sorry, sis. Yeah, send me. Ipino. I see. All right. So character. One of the other thing, integrity, right? Integrity consists of what? Authenticity, right? Walking the talk. What you say is what you're doing. You're not just talking because talk is cheap. Talk with no action, right? Is what? Useless, right? Transparency, being honest. A lot of people cannot be honest. Live on principles, morals. Many people cannot do that. They have, kind of like, ab- should I say, abandon uh, integrity? Like they don't even have that. People are like, they just want to do their own thing, right? Some people, they were raised right. However, because of the friends that they associate themselves with, they don't know better. Mhm. Stupidity, nobody is born stupid. Stupidity is a learned behavior, period. Collaboration, you know, consultation, uh, cooperation, all that fall into that, and many other. A lot of people do not, again, they don't have that capacity. Humility, humbling yourself. A lot of people don't know that. People with open mindsets, they are very humble because they are more inclined to learn something new. They are very modest. They are respectable individuals to others' ideas and views. They don't come and take your comment that you made regarding a topic being discussed, right? And disrespect you, insult you. They don't take that. They want to learn more. So they're going to ask questions. They do not think, people who are humble, they don't think say they know it all. They willing to go the extra miles. They exercise patience. They practice what they speak. They just don't come and talk about things. But what do you have? You have some people, right? They want to put others down, yet they themselves cannot do anything for themselves. How sad that is. Do not belittle someone when you yourself, do not even have any of that quality. I say this, one cannot produce what they don't have. If you are someone who do not love yourself, you will certainly will not be able to love another. If you are someone who do not take care of yourself, do self-care, you will not be able to take care of another. If you are someone who do not do self-assessment, you cannot assess somebody else. If you are someone who do not value yourself, you will not value others. If you are someone who do not respect yourself, you will not respect other people. If you are someone who do not maintain self-control or have self-discipline, you will not be able to discipline someone or control another person. If you are someone who is insecure, you will not be able to teach someone else to be secure. So everything you are expecting from other people, your partner being your co-worker, people in general, people you interact with, you need to be able to know exactly what you're seeking. You can't just go and say, oh, I want this. So character is who we are. Build a good character. And building a good character, what are some of the stuff? I spoke about it. Humanity, integrity, courage, accountability, collaboration, humility, justice, temperance, and transcendence, judgment. You need to be able to do all that built into your character. Oh, dear Lord, I should be wearing my glasses now. My eye is irritating. Mhm. Me akaka na mebɛkɔ my appointment na afei na mehyɛ me glasses nom ne adeɛ. I shouldn't do that. Eh, somebody is home already. Well, I'm going I'm going to go off because I'm gonna start work soon. So, what are some of the ways that we can build our character? Right. One, we have to be intentional and do focus on what we want to become. All right, the character that we want to build into us, we have to be intentional. We also need to, whatever coping skills that we learn, we need to learn to practice with self-discipline. If you do not practice the things that you have learned, right? So practice meaning like when you acquire knowledge, You cannot implement that right away. Before you implement it, you need to be able to process, have better understanding of what you just learned. Make a decision if that is going to really help you grow or is going to just be keep you as you are. Because implementation of something needs to be able to help you develop, right? Learn something new to kind of like move from point A to point B. It's not going to be easy, it's not going to happen overnight, but in due time, it will happen, right? So that's what you need to do. So when you process and you have more better understanding, then you're going to deprogram yourself of things that are not working. You have to delete everything that you have learned that is not working. And then once you delete that, because you already processed what you have learned and um, you have better understanding of it, now you can reprogram yourself by implementing the new coping skills that you have learned. But after you implement that, you're going to do it with practice, practice, practice. Practice is going to make you perfect, right? And then also in set self-discipline. You're going to have to discipline yourself, because when you're practicing something, your effort and consistency is what's going to make it be more effective. So that's what I mean. We also need to be accountable. When we learn things and we implement it, and after we have understanding, we have deprogram and reprogram with new coping skills, we also need to be accountable for our own action, which means to say, if we do something and it doesn't go right, right, or we do it wrong, or it kind of like triggers something else, we need to hold ourselves accountable of that. Okay, maybe I did not proceed this right. I did not implement it the right way. Because when you're doing something and you're rushing through it now, you are bound to make a lot of mistakes. We don't want that. We want you to succeed. And success comes with time, perseverance. It doesn't happen overnight. So the more you do it now, that's what's going to make you successful. We also need to leave out our principles and values. All right, principles and values. We need to be humble, right? Because when we humble ourselves, I mean, a lot of people do not acquire wisdom because they say they just doing whatever or anything. You become wiser when you learn to be humble. You become wiser because you don't allow your ego to speak for you. You do not become let me say like what it is, like you better than everybody. You don't say you know it all. Nobody is perfect. Some of us, we make the right decision at the time. But what happens is that sometimes, when people are emotional, being negative emotions or positive emotions, you may be in love or you may hate someone. Either way, you make mistakes, you are bound to make mistakes, right? You make decisions, you are bound to make mistakes. So make sure when you're making decisions, you are on neutral ground, right? Your feelings, you need to make sure that it's balanced. If it's not balanced and you're going to be making decisions, that's going to like kind of like bring you to a whole different, and then you will make mistake. When you make the mistake, you're going to be like, blaming others, giving excuses and reason as to why this did not work out and stuff. So I'm going to leave you guys here. The kids are still sleeping. I'm surprised. I have to go and get them up, fix their breakfast, because they're not up. Normally, I get them to choose what they want to eat, but because they're not up, I'm just going to like do some scrambled eggs with bread and hot chocolate for them. And then I have just hot chocolate for myself and drink a lot of water until maybe noon before I get me some food to eat. So I thank each and every one of you, those who share the program, who use other emojis, like and love the program. Um, Sister Sika, thank you for the stars. Those who also contributed, I truly, there are some people now, they lack of good character, like when some people will come on an educative platform and come and talk, unintelligently, talking about something that has nothing to do with the topic. So I'm going to leave you guys here, but we all have our own mind, what helps us, what we understand, if you have your heart on now, just go and do what you have to do to like get yourself out of it. Not with me. Bye. Mhm. uh, People know whatever your name is, go and do that. Let me see. That's why I did not put you use it in time. Okay, I should have done that sometime. hmm So, you guys have a blessed, safe Thursday. Hey, today is Thursday, Charlie. I have like after tomorrow, then I'll be off. Every time Friday comes now, I celebrate Friday. So because I have to celebrate Fridays. If I don't celebrate Fridays now, because I have 2 days off. Mm. So like I'll see you guys. All right. Take care of yourself. Be well. Drink a lot of water. The summertime, it is freaking hot. Make sure you stay hydrated, okay? And be an open mind. We also need to surround ourselves with people who have high expectation, uh-huh just for us to learn to hold ourselves accountable. So I see you guys. Much love. So make sure, keep in mind, character does matter. uh-huh and bye, guys. I did well not touching my hair till the last minute, right?